Good Saturday morning, people. Hope you guys had a good Friday night. I know I didn't. Him being sick, I didn't feel that well. I'm glad he's feeling a little bit better this morning and back to playing the piano. Man, that boy's talented. He's gonna, if he sticks with it, and we encourage the heck out of it, might even get him a bigger, better keyboard or something. But anyway, you know, I just checked the mail, and it's standard practice for them to send for the DMV, because my birthday's coming up, and they send for whatever vehicle I got that the tags are about to expire, they send you a thing like, hey. But for a guy who's got his license suspended as many times as I have, your heart just sinks, dude. As soon as you see Ohio Department of Public Safety and Bureau of Motor Vehicles, you're just like, oh, what is this, man? And then you go, oh yeah, my birthday's in like a month. But, go on, look. National Suicide Hotline. How expensive is it if they think I'm gonna unsubscribe myself? Dang, dude, $87 for how many years would that be? I passed up the store I was trying to go to. Hey, look, speaking of unsubscribing, I know you guys ain't here because you unsubscribed. You're just swearing me off for good, right? I seen 7 or 8 of you leave for last night. That's good anyway. If you're that damn flimsy, listen, if you watched me for the last, this is day 59, right? Yeah, if you watched me for 59 days in a row rooting me on, and all it took is for me to say that this man right here ain't nothing but drama, then see you later. So it wasn't 59 days of me and my family and my life that kept you glued in. It was the fact that you thought I liked Ryan Upchurch as much as you did. You a flimsy son of a bitch if that's the case. But look, me saying, and look, I don't hate this dude. I think he's talented. I think he's got a lot of talents. I think he's funny. And I definitely love this dude here that he was doing a skit with last night. And I love shit like that. I do the same thing. Y'all remember me putting on the fake beards and making fun of somebody else? I love that. So all I'm saying is it's been nothing but drama since I come across this dude's page. And that's not hate. That's not slander. That's not misinformation. That's the facts, dude. 100% fact. I gotta get something to drink and then I'll explain it. Hold on. So look, whenever I first come across this dude, right? It was an old buddy of mine from high school. It was like, you ever heard this Upchurch guy? And I'm like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And he showed it to me, and it was the song YZ, which is a slick ass song. I was like, damn, that's pretty good, man. And then I go to search for myself to look, and the very first thing I see, the very first video of his that I ever seen of him outside of music but just talking, was a video of him defending the fact that in Holler Boys he didn't say the N-word, which I was like, I get that, you want to clarify that. But anyway, what else is, what other kind of music this guy got? And then I go searching a little bit further, and I know this probably ain't in chronological order perfectly, but this is just what I remember. I see him going back and forth with Katie Noel, screaming, that she claimed some pretty serious stuff, and he was pretty upset about it. And I was like, yeah, man, I don't blame him, right? And then I seen this, dude, something about a shirt that he didn't get, that Lacquer Thinner Larry thing, which I found hilarious, which was right before the Katie Noel thing, because I think some dude that ran around with Katie was the guy that did the song with him, that Lacquer Thinner Larry song, which I jammed out. Dude, that shit was funny, dude. I love that song. So then, moving on, right after that, there was some like Wild Bill dude, which it was kind of like low-hanging fruit, right? Especially for somebody of his caliber, but it was funny, and we all indulged in it. We all was hitting the laughing emojis like, bro, that shit's funny. Yeah, screw Wild Bill. And then the screw face thing. He had a problem with this dude, went back and forth with this dude, and that one was mostly music, so fair enough, whatever. They were going back and forth with battles, like rap battles, which, cool. But then the beef started getting a little bit more serious, right? So then it was that Nicole Arbor, I couldn't remember her name last night, that's why I put blonde chick from Canada, but y'all know what I meant. There was the Shotgun Shane thing, and then there was the Heavy Duty Country back and forth about he paid him some money, but he didn't get what he wanted or whatever. And I'm like, ah, god dang, dude, this guy's always in drama. And then you move forward a little bit further, and there's an officer stalking him, Jeremy Long. You guys don't remember that? He even had an issue with an officer, a local cop. And then there was oh, this guy's got video. You know, Ryan's dad calls him one day and says, man, somebody said they got video of you buying drugs, and he made that public knowledge. He wanted to share that with everybody. And then, and this is when it really starts getting dark, because he all of a sudden starts getting involved with all these true crime people and beefing with, what was that guy's name? The whole true crime community. He's beefing with them, of course. There's one beef somewhere in Kentucky. I can't remember that dude's name, but that was a pretty big one and a pretty low blow, because he went real low to go all the way there and try to fight the dude and do all that. But you know, it was beef nonetheless, right? And probably the biggest one of them all, the beef with his mom, that was all over the place. And then beef with Adam, then he does a beef with Adam, now he's beefing with Adam again, then a beef with Mises. And so, I mean, it's just a fact. The fact that I say, hey, this guy's nothing but drama, it's just a fact. It's no hate, it's none of that. But moving on, because I'm doing 100 days of daily vlog out my life and what I'm doing. I'm getting ready to jump up on my roof and measure and go over here and get a quote from the lumber store and see how many shingles and wood, all that crap that I need, and fix my roof. But yeah, I appreciate everybody who checked out last night, and the ones who get it, man, you got a couple brain cells left, and I applaud you for that. All right, I got my measurements, I think, and I drew it out the best I could. But man, I really stared at it for a long time up there, wondering, and I wish I knew this kind of knowledge. I guess I could Google it. What pitch limits are, you know, because I'd love to just bridge the two. And I think I took a picture. I'll put it right here, where if you look at the tape measure that I got laying across from ridge to ridge, I wonder if it would just be smarter, because here's the problem I think with that is they built this sunroom first, which, whatever, fantastic. It's a great sunroom, 2 skylights, it's really nice. But then they added this other roof over here after the fact. So then you've got two roof pitches going into each other and creating this valley that I guess would be fine otherwise if it had some sort of a slope to it. I don't think you can have 2 valleys coming into each other. And even the insurance guy, when he came out there and looked at it, he's like, dude, this is just poor construction. I mean, like, you can have two whatever roofs going into each other and creating a valley, as long as it's also pitched another way. Like, it's got to all keep going down so that, you know, the natural gravity can do its thing or whatever. So what I'm thinking is, back to this picture, if I take, just like that tape measure is across there, and I frame in boards across here and do it that way, but it's not going to be much of a slope. And I'm hoping this place I'm going to get the quote can tell me, you know, what the limits are as far as slope, because if it's not sloped enough for the water to run off as quick as it needs to, and there's a heavy rain, there could be a condition where the water stands there, I guess. And if it stands there, especially a 3-tab shingle like what my broke ass is going to put on it, I don't think 3 tabs can withstand much standing water, if any, at all. So we'll find out. I'm taking you over here to the lumber company that I'm going to use. Turns out, kind of an odd story here, but turns out I'm related to the owners of this place. I may have mentioned it before, and if you guys follow me that close, and you might already know this, but whenever my father was dying of cancer, which he just passed away a few months ago, I got to learn about his sister, which is my aunt, and she lives just right across the bridge over here in Kentucky, and they've owned a lumber store for like the longest time, which, cool. I mean, I'm not expecting any kind of discount or anything, but it really is good to know that I have a place that I could go to get lumber and materials that I need. So I'll buy all the materials from them. If anything else, I'll help them, you know, drum up some business. I mean, if they offer me a discount, I ain't gonna turn it, you know. No, I'm just kidding. But yes, it's weird, small world, right? That they're like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm your aunt, and we own a lumber company across the way over there. And they seem like really great people. I will say that. Right after my father passed away, I took a day off and we all went to lunch together. And she seems like a really nice lady, good people. So that's where I'm heading now. I'm gonna show them my little doodles, because that's another thing I'm not good at, is squares of roofing. Like, I for the life of me, I'll never learn how to fold a burrito the correct way, nor will I ever learn how to come up with the amount of squares of roofing shingles that you need. I'll never understand that. Every time I think I got it, somebody goes, well, no, you're actually a little off. You got to go 30% over for waste, and then you got to figure this leading edge and this cutting up. Bruh, you do it. Well, apparently GPS doesn't take you to it, so I got to figure out how to get there. But in the meantime, that looks weird on camera, doesn't it? Looks like a vibration or something. Anyway, I don't know where my uncle, or well, no, it'd be my aunt and uncle by marriage. I don't know how family works. Clearly, I never had any, but we're trying to figure it out. I'll just whip around one more time. As much as I wanted to play that off like I was cool, I really needed to go the other way and did too many donuts. I'm just lost, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I have no idea where I'm going. You get a little bit of everything. You get burnouts, you get somebody being lost, you get a little bit of roofing knowledge, how to turn length and width into squares of roofing. Anyway, I don't know. I'll come back in when I find this place, I guess. A little kitty cat. All right, I think this is the door. Is it okay to come in, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry this place is jacked up, but we're working day and night.
Hey, I completely understand it.
What's your name, sir?
James.
Last name?
Horner, Horner.
Oh, okay.
And then I've got some pictures and a drawing. I don't know how to come up with square footage or anything because I'm not that good at it, but I've got, it's a sunroom with 2 skylights, and then...
Now, is the skylights already in now?
Yeah.
Are you going to leave them in, or...?
If I can get new ones, or if I can maybe clean them up a little bit.
4x8 OSB board, 1 roll of felt, and 1 a 3-inch boot. That'll be for the shingles, okay? And last could be a 3 to 4-inch boot, okay? And 3 white drip aids, 6 bundles of 3-tab shingles, 2 pound of 1.25 roof nails, 2 2x4s 12, 4 2x4s 8, 2 pieces of 7/16 4x8 OSB board for the gable end, 2 pound of roof nails, and I'll send you about 3 pound of 3-inch screws. Now on them rafters.
Yeah, screw them in.
Screw them in. Okay?
Yeah. I knew you'd take care of me. I wouldn't have a clue how to come up with the.
He thinks I'm already gone, so what's he doing calling me? Hi, baby, how we doing? Oh, guess who's over here? Jim Bob. Yes. Have you ever been over to our house, Jim?
No, I haven't.
Well, we just live next door.
Oh, okay.
I tell you what. Listen, I'm gonna send Jim Bob over, and yeah, baby, I'll be over. I will be. Okay. All right, sweetie. All right, bye-bye.
Oh, cool. Now, that's what you call a hard worker right there. I believe that guy's in his 70s or 80s, and he's driving that old International right now, getting ready to take a delivery to somebody, and got another one going on, and gonna get this order together for me. And there ain't no time like the present, I guess, to go and meet my aunt at her house for the first time. Never been there before, but bless his heart. He said, now, my wife's got a nephew, and his name's Jim Bob. I said, well, that's me. And I mean, of course, I told him James, and I don't know why I try so hard to shake that Jim Bob thing. It's just, I just don't want to lean into it. Jim Bob? I got picked on growing up. That's the reason. And that's the reason. Yeah. So that was nice. I really don't even know what to say, but it felt good to sit and talk to my father's sister and hear some good stories about him, and hear about the good times, and hear about his childhood. And she's older, so she got to see him as a young boy, and she said he was in 2nd grade whenever she got married and he came to the wedding. But just good, normal folks. And I've never considered myself somebody that has family, you know, but they just made me right at home. And it's funny, I go to this business to get a quote for materials to fix my roof, and like I say, bless his heart, as soon as he put it together, he said, well, my wife's got a nephew named Jim Bob. And I said, that's me. And that man just put everything down and reached over to give me a hug and was like, oh, I'm so glad you came over, and called his wife to say, you're never gonna guess who's here. Just the most welcoming people. And I stopped him. You gotta think, I stopped these people dead in the middle of their day. Didn't tell them I was coming. I mean, I would have called, I don't know their numbers or whatever. I think I got it whenever my dad was passing away, but anyway, that's not even the point. But I pull in, and this man's in a dump truck in his 80s, getting ready to pull out to deliver a load of material, and just stops his whole day. And he says, they can wait, you know, this is an occasion, man, that my wife's nephew's here, and they brought me to their home and fed me lunch and gave me a cup of coffee and a drink, and sat and reminisced stories about my father. And they're going to deliver the stuff this Wednesday, and I am going to start on it Thursday morning. Gotcha, man's. It's funny because I am going to struggle, dude. I'm going to be up there with one of them shovels that you shovel shingles off with, and I'm going to shovel the whole roof off. I'm going to pull off the plywood that's bad. I'm going to completely reframe. He agreed with what I was saying earlier about just bridging that gap between the two peaks, and so that I never have this issue again, because it's, like I say, it's a poor design. And he gave me a lot of really good tips on how to box in the skylight that's going to be raised on the one side. And he said he can get me some skylights too, because I thought about, I mean, it's basically just a clear panel anyway, kind of like a headlight. So I was going to get that headlight crap that you wipe on to make your headlights look newer, and just do my skylights with that because I'm cheap, and that's all. That's how my brain works, is how cheap can I do this? But anyway, yeah, man, I don't know. I still have mixed feelings about this. Like I said, you gotta put yourself in my shoes. Somebody that's never had family, really, or never. I don't know how to explain it. At this current point, and this is no offense to anybody, if you're my family and you're watching, this is no offense. This is just facts. Just like I was saying earlier about what's his name. I'm just stating facts. It sucks that it offends people whenever you say a fact. But I do not currently, besides the folks that I just kind of met for, I don't know, the 3rd time, but definitely the first time being at their home. I'd never been there. I don't currently have family that I can have a normal visit with, if that makes sense. I don't know, man. I love you guys. Live your life the best way you can. Be the best person you can be, and family is everything. You know, and to see my aunt be so proud of all her kids and grandkids, and just welcome me through the house and show me every picture and every accomplishment. And she said it with such joy. And this one's going to be a film director, and this one's going right now is a registered nurse and going to be a doctor, and just so proud. And I bet not only did they encourage them to be whatever they wanted to be, but was also there for them, you know, at their lows, whenever they're doubting themselves. And I don't know, I think, in my opinion, that's what being a parent and a grandparent really is being there to just support and push and nudge your kids and grandkids to be successful, and then to just be proud when they are, right? And show it off to everybody that you can. Anyway, I cannot wait for you guys to see me struggle through this roof. This is gonna be interesting, baby. Woo! All right, well, I might got the materials ordered for the roof, but I can't work on it yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of this wallpaper and the backing. The wallpaper itself is pretty easy to get off, actually. And just, I mean, the front of it anyway. Just wish the backing came off that easy. But the trick is pump sprayer with the hottest water you can put in it, some fabric softener mixed in with it, and then like a little plastic scraper so you don't gouge the drywall. Not that I'm somebody that anybody expects to get home improvement advice from, and nor do I want to give it or be held responsible. Be like, I tried what you said, my house fell apart. But I can speak on this just because of experience. Actually, we've done a few rooms now. This being one of the most recent here. I'll put up a picture. Right here is what it looked like in the listing when we bought the house. And here's what it looks like now. So we went through like 5 or 6 different methods and landed on that one. That seemed to work, and then was dumb enough to do one accent wall in wallpaper. So yay, we'll have to. But yeah, this stuff ain't gonna do itself, so I'm gonna get to it. I just want to say something real quick. I'm gonna close this off. Well, number one, I apologize if the video seems shorter the last few days. It's been super busy, but I just got done watching Captain Kirk. I was eating a bite real quick and just wanted to listen to something. And old Captain Kirk got me up to speed on some things. And I always go to him for that. And if you're really looking for a reactor that actually does his homework and researches anything before he speaks on it, you know, when he explained how he took that list that Broadneck showed on there and actually researched some of those artists to figure out what they're about and actually looked into a little bit deeper. That's one thing, like I say, it's just because I don't know anything about that. That's not my thing, and that's basically why I don't speak on it. But I was speaking on the genuineness of Broadneck, and he seemed like he was genuinely reaching out to church, was my opinion on it. But yeah, respect to you, Kurt, man. Like, doing your homework, you've always done that, consistently done your homework. Anytime I tell somebody about a reaction channel, that's who I talk. And dude's just a genuine dude. Ain't never been fake at all. Every time I spoke to you, Kurt, you've been real. Even when I told you my son wanted to weld, you took time out of your day to try to explain that to him. So shout out to Captain Kurt. But anyway, man, I love everybody. Boy, is it it's kind of fun sometimes to stir up some stuff, but I guess every so often I need to speak on my position, would it be, I guess? Like, this is almost political anymore. And it's kind of sad, too. It's a little heartbreaking to think that I can't come on here and give my opinion about something and be like, and literally all I said was, bro is in a lot of drama, and it's silly that he puts that much stake in a documentary or whatever. So, and man, people got their panties wadded up, didn't they? But hey, those watered panties equals more comments and clicks and paying that truck off, baby. Woo!